walks into the room, everybody gets nervous or scared. Do you guys work together? Do you embrace each other? Or is there a real competition?
We embrace each other, and each time I walk in the room, I get respect.
Oh, okay. Now, I know that you told me that you were abused sexually. You're a sex abuse survivor. Now, I don't really want to rehash that too much about, because I don't like to bring bad memories up to people. But are you okay now?
Yes, I'm okay. And I just want to say one thing to anybody that has survived it, that that incident does not define you, and it does define who you are, okay? And if you are strong enough to survive it, you are strong enough to live on and help others too, who are not as strong and who need help.
Okay. Now, I know this is going to be an odd question to ask you, because generally when I'm talking to a man, sometimes I found that when I'm talking to straight men, even some gay men, they don't quite understand, because there's so many lingos today about how people identify. How is it that you identify?
I identify myself as human.
Okay.
To be perfectly honest, I'm a gay man. I don't have any problem being called gay. I don't let anybody use any kind of slur to give them any empowerment at all. Okay, it's just, to me, it's just a word, and it shows their ignorance, not who I am. It shows who they are, and I'm kind of happy that people, if they're going to feel that way, tell me up front, so I don't waste my time with you anymore.
Okay. Now, I see that you produced a couple of different shows, Bling, and you were the chairman of the Rainbow Room. Now, what is the Rainbow Room and what is Bling? What were those shows?
Okay. Bling is a drag show with a lot of bling. That's usually with celebrity impersonation.
That sounds like me. I love bling.
A couple of those. Yeah. Hey, are you Dionne Warwick, girl? Oh, honey, that's so awesome. If I do a digital bling, which I'm thinking about, I'm gonna hook you up. I'm gonna, can you come on and give me some of that?
Okay.
I usually go with I do Elton, and then I had somebody do Michael Jackson, and somebody does Lady Gaga and all this other stuff. And I hosted my own benefit for Mr. Paul Pride as a bling show, and I did something called Pridesgiving, which we did for the Rainbow Room, which is a nonprofit that helps the LGBT community here in Polk County that gets overlooked, like the homeless youth and the older generation that tends to get overlooked and swept under the rug. And so we're here to help them out and make sure that they have food, they have things that they do need, health care.
Well, you know, that's
and also I like to assist in also they have substance abuse, because I know that even though I'm not in the 12-step program now, that program did save my life, because it taught me how to live. And I don't need to be drunk or stoned. I never really had a problem with drugs. I don't need to be drunk all the time now to be happy. As a matter of fact, I prefer to go on stage now sober, because I know I'm like, especially when I go in a competition, because I'm going, you know what, I beat you and I did it sober. You know, and that's a big deal for me. I did it sober. Now, you know, sometimes I'll have a shot of Southern Comfort right before I get up if I'm really nervous, but I'm not that nervous anymore. I'm not that nervous. You know, I developed people follow me to Clearwater. I just got a gig in Ocala. People are going to follow me there. So not only can I entertain people, but the club owners, I'm bringing you people that are buying your drinks and your food. So, you know, that makes me more marketable. And I'm wrenching out of my comfort zone a little bit now. So, you know, who knows what I'm going to create next.
Well, you know, it's like I said, it's great that sometimes it took me a long time not to shop until I fall out. And then my parents, before they died, I missed them. They said, you got to have some balance, so when you get a little bit older, you have some money left for your old age and your security. But like compulsion and addictions, I had an addiction to shopping. an entire extra room full of nothing but drag. You can't even get in there, and stuff I don't need, I will never need, but I always feel that I need it,
Yeah.
and I can't stay out of the stores. So, but I've now learned to put the brakes on. I don't need 5 weeks at a time. 2 weeks is enough, unless you're going out of business or something. But it's great that you understood the addiction issue with the alcohol. And a lot of us entertainers have that issue. And it was great. Sometimes we need a little drink or we need a little something to take the edge off, because it's hard to go on the stage every night, night after night, just sober, trying to warm up and get the crowd going. And sometimes you need things to just take a little bit of the edge off. And I'm not here to validate drugs or alcohol, but sometimes we need those things to get on the stage.
Mm-hmm.
And it was great to see that you had some control and were able to get on the stage and win sober. That's a great thing. And I'm gonna be honest, Russell, I really don't drink very much. I've never done drugs in my life, and I've never smoked in my life. So these are just things that don't interest me. And I am glad I met you, because I'm going to look at some of your stuff, and I think that we could work well together. Now, where do you see, we're in this pandemic now, and there's no money. So what do you think, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think we're going to go back to work? Do you think things are going to get better? Because the bar scene is where we work. I mean, we do festivals and conventions and all these different kinds of things. What's the next place you think we should be looking for work?
There's a lot of bars here in Florida that are just getting their food license so they can be open. I'm going to say this, I don't see why a little independent bar can't be open, but Chili's can and serve liquor. I do not see the reasoning for that or the rationality behind that. I'm not going to say that it's conspiracy this all happened around Pride Week, but maybe. I'm just there. I see that we will probably, in Hamburger America, we have to wear a face mask, a clear face mask. It's cumbersome. I have worked it into the act, though, because we always the creative one. I'm a person that I don't bitch, I don't moan. I look for solutions, and I work with that, because you need to have the positivity. We will be going back to normal, or a new normal. I think at this point, they'll probably just reopen everything and be required to wear a mask. I'm not seeing the bars open before the year.
Oh, okay. I hope it happens, because we got a lot of holidays coming up.
Somebody got to pay the bills.
Yeah. So we got to open these businesses back up. I don't have to do too much, but I do have to work. You know what I mean? To do a little bit. I have to do a little something. I don't have to worry about, the roof over my head, thank God, but I need to, have money for other things. And being, it's this, I feel so sorry for the girls who really rely on just drag or being an entertainer for their livelihood. It's a scary time, and mainly those dollars that we would be getting during the show, those tips, that is grocery money for some of us, and and light bill money, and phone bill money. That must be really hurting the girls real bad. So I hope they figure this corona